Hi guys, hi. How's everyone doing? I hope fine. Yes, I know this video is overdue, but here I am today talking to you. I trust that today is what? Today is the 16th of January 2020. So we have, we're thereabout. We're just, right there. When it comes to half month, I trust that your goals, everything that you wanted to get done, that you would have gotten them done so far for the year. I know the last video I did was, I think, not Monday gone, not last Monday, but the Monday before that. As I did say to you, I'm going to be talking to you from time to time about various things. Now, a lot of things would have happened since the last video. The last time I spoke with you, I was upset about the traffic situation and the fact that people, were not taking care when it comes to the uses of our roads. Today, I want to talk to you about two things, really. Or is it three? But I'm first going to start off with interpersonal violence. And then there's the silly season. The silly season, aka the political season. Even though I've retired from politics, I can still talk about certain things. And I did explain to some of you that my job, the job that I am in now, it in a sense restricts me because, let me be straight with you, it's a semi-autonomous body. So you can't really publicly, it is not ethical. I shouldn't say you can't. It is unethical to have a public, for want of a better word, side. You can't really take a public side. And that really and truly is because Guyana, unfortunately, we have not yet matured to the level whereby somebody can say, okay, yes, I support this political party and still. However, when it comes to my job, I am dedicated to whatever you're doing, whatever activity it is that the job entails. We have not, unfortunately, it is unfortunate that it's 2020 and we have not yet matured to that stage. Some of our leaders and politicians would have matured to that stage, but unfortunately others have not. But enough of that. Let me talk about the interpersonal violence for a bit. And I'm talking to you when there is this big hurrah over the fact that two parents went into a school and brutalized a teacher. But even before we come to that, you see, when these things happen, it always comes back to what this entity is doing about it, what this organization is doing about it. Interpersonal violence, the onus is on you of yourself to change the way you are, to change who you are. Now, even before we come back to the incident where the two parents walked into the school and, I know you've gotten the backstory and all of that. I'm not here for that. As I told you, I'm not a practicing journalist anymore. This is just my opinion, my monologue, Malika's vlog. Before we come to that though, you had, and I think yesterday I read about a fight between two women that left one of the women blind. I don't know if she's temporarily blind or permanently blind. Imagine you're going to get into a fight. And this is why I don't think people respect this body that God has given them. So you had that story with the two of them in the court. Two fighting and one of them was left blind, whether temporary or permanent, who knows. We started off the year badly whereby a rice farmer, and I wrote it down here because I didn't want to forget. Now, a rice farmer, he basically dealt a fatal blow. The man died just because he said to whoever residents, whoever neighbors, look, your cattle destroying my crops. It destroying I said rice farmer. I should not have said rice farmer because really it's paddy farming where you get the rice from. Good. The man said, look, you destroying my crops, and that brought a problem. Confrontation, fight, kill the man. Then you had the wedding house brawl the other day whereby some young man was struck at the wedding house brawl and he fallen and dead. Yes, I'm trying to talk it black and plain and straight. Yesterday I also read about a passenger in a minibus. She got into a physical altercation with the minibus tout, and she beat the man and break the man's hand. Now, when we behave like this, what do you think the children who are 10 and 13 and 16, what do you expect them to do? How do you expect them to behave? Now, this brings me right back to the most recent incident where two parents walked into a school and beat a teacher. You are teaching your child, not only your child, but other children in the school, that this is okay. This is how you solve problems. This is how you resolve an issue. And then it contributes, and I can also tie it in with violence against women. No, because one of the parents who walked into the school and beat the teacher is a male. It says one thing to me. If you're willing to walk into the school and beat a complete stranger and beat a woman, then you at home, you just beat your wife and your child. You just brutalize them at home. Mind you, I'm not one of those persons who believe that children must not be disciplined with a few lashes here and there. And hear me go there, especially those of you who are going to want to come for me about corporal punishment and you don't hit children these days. I said a few lashes. I never said brutalize them. But coming back to this man, if he can walk into the school and he feel comfortable or empowered to beat, especially a female teacher, to beat this teacher, not just a teacher, but a female teacher, tell me what you're doing at home with your wife or your woman or whatever. Yes, I know, it sounds like slack talk, me saying woman, but that is how we speak for everyone to understand. What is going on? This is what you are teaching the young people to do. You're telling them that this behavior is acceptable. It is okay to brawl and fight and carry on. When it is not. You know, I had somewhat of an outburst on social media last night, and somebody inboxed me and said, Mama, like, you shouldn't deal with this thing on GT&T like that. I said, did you see me walk into GT&T and cuss out and abuse out? No. I aired my grievance there. I'm saying that to say, for those who are going to want to come to say, oh, Malika is a hypocrite. Two different issues, and I purposely ensured that I put that in there. So now it makes me want to believe if all of this nonsense is being tied into the silly season, because now we come to silly season. We see all the verbal and the vile attacks on social media, up to vile attacks against the leaders and the whether it be the government leaders or the opposition leaders. Of course, we know you got several small parties now who are contesting the general and regional elections. So there's a lot happening now. So we're seeing all of this back and forth and all this nastiness. And you know what's one of the most unfortunate things about all of it? Some of you were on social media cussing out and abusing out and carrying on and calling people this names and that names. One, you're not properly informed, because sometimes I read some of the things you say. Where are the facts? The second thing is, oh my goodness, if you're going to be confrontational in a verbal manner on social media, the words that you want to use, learn to spell them, please. And I am not knocking ignorance. Someone once told me, it's not ignorance we got a problem with in this country, no. In any part of the world, rather. You can fix ignorance. You can't fix stupid. So, if you know your spelling out of sorts, your grammar, your verbs green, like what we just do sometimes, like now I talking to you in plain language, I'm not using full-blown English, because I can speak in full-blown standard English. Sorry, the correct term is standard English. I can use standard English when I want to be, and I can come down and talk to people. And I shouldn't even say come down. I can talk my Creolese when I want to talk my Creolese. So if you're going to dip on social media and you're going to cuss out and you're going to abuse out and you're going to carry on, at least learn to spell the words that you're using to cuss out and abuse out and carrying on. Get your facts straight, because remember, when you're on social media, people around the world are reading these things. And if you're going to take facts about our country or about our people and distort the facts and you put it out there, what do you expect to happen? And then this is the thing. I remember, as I did explain to you, that I did shoot the pilot for the Malika Ramsey show. And I remember when I shot the pilot for that show, as I did say to some people, the first guest would have been Gordon Mosley. And the interview was a beautiful one. Again, I'm still trying to recover from the fact that the cameraman damaged that footage. And one of the things Gordon did say, look, we're in an age where everybody got one of these that I'm using. Everybody got a camera and a cell phone. It doesn't make you a journalist. So if you don't know, refrain from commenting. It's not everything that you got to comment in. So it's just these few things that I wanted to talk to you on today. You know, most times when I come on here, I'm either coming from work or going to work or getting, trying to get other stuff done. But I just wanted you to keep those things in mind. I particularly want people to come on this particular sound off. I want to hear your thoughts on, because and a friend of mine reminded me earlier, this thing, it seemed to be a culture, because I didn't even mention you had months ago the parent that walked into the Wilford Garden Primary School and beat the teacher. And that same person, allegedly, it was reported that that same person walked into her husband's office and beat some woman who was there, that she felt that the woman was having an affair with her husband. Again, I am saying, well, in terms of the extra affairs and whatnot, that is different from beating teachers. I'm not saying that it is okay. I'm just saying that it's a different issue. But we have a problem in this country with interpersonal violence, whereby we don't know to use our words only. We seem to be getting physical. It's always about physical, and then you go and you drink. You see, the only accidents, fatal accidents, are not the only problems that stem from consuming too much alcohol, from imbibing. When people, sometimes I argue with my fiance on this, because he talks about alcohol, I talk about the weed, as they call it. We have a very different opinion, and we see things differently when it comes to the weed. But in this part, I have to agree with him a little bit, just a little bit. Alcohol, it's like a drug. And some of you know, this is the other thing. Some of you know you don't have a constitution. You're up here for it, and right? You know you can only drink 1 beer or 2 beers, and then 2 beers, and then all sorts of things start happening here. But no, when you go out with the boys or you go out with the girls, you got to rock back and drink. Well, I don't want to call any of the brands of the beverages, because this is not free advertising. But you can drink all the different liquor, the vodka, the this, the whatever, because you want to prove a point, or you want it on social media with the glass and the bottles cheering, and you want to tell your friend, oh, hey, bye, we beat some good Guinness last night. Oh, okay, I just called one. We beat some this and we beat some that. And you ain't got constitution for it. Some of you know you have your problems, whether it be at home or wherever. You drink and you go home and you cuss out and you abuse out and you beat up your wife and you cuss out your children. You're driving on the road, you get into a confrontation with somebody. The alcohol has impaired your judgment. You pick up a knife or you pick up a bottle and you break it and you stab somebody and you kill them. Now, you see, this is the thing, And I know sometimes I have to check myself. I don't go to that extreme, but I know how agitated and irritated I can get when I see people do nonsense. And I think as a society, we need to come together and find a way to just calm each other down, pull back. Learn to pull back. When you get angry, stop. And I'm saying us here, because I'm talking to me also. When you get angry, stop, pause, breathe, pull back, and stop consuming so much alcohol. If you know you don't have the constitution for it, don't do it. You don't have to prove a point. Let me give some of you a little tip who act as though you're not smart. You go out and everybody drinking and whatnot. Yeah, you want to fit in and you don't want to look like prude, or you don't want to look like a snob, or you don't want people to think that you feel you're better than everybody else. You take your little drinks. Well, it depends on where you're drinking. You take your 2 shots or your 2 beers or whatever. When it finishes, you douse yourself with ice and water. And you use the washroom as often as you possibly can, and you get it out of your system. That is if you know you don't have the constitution for it. Some of you are causing problems in society. And for those of you who go and do nonsense when you are sober, well, for example, the 2 that walked into the classroom, I honestly hope they're charged. I was not there. People saying, oh, this story got 2 sides. You don't know what the teacher do if the teacher started the fight. I don't care about all of that. What the public saw on camera was 2 parents beating up on a teacher. And those are the people who raise us. Because of teachers, all of us are here today. And that is disrespectful, and I hope the 2 of them are charged. I see GTU is calling for the teachers to protest on Monday in terms of wearing black and white. I frankly think more needs to be done, because that is unacceptable in 2020. That is unacceptable. Where everybody likes to talk about, yes, we're now an oil-producing nation. We get up and we jump up and, yeah, we celebrate it and we throw all the hints and do all the memes and make all the jokes on social media. But at the same time, we air and we dirty laundry. when you have investors and everybody coming together because everybody want a piece of the pie and everybody want to contribute to development or whatever it is they want, we have to learn to be on our best behavior. And in order to be on our best behavior, we have to start changing some of what would have unfortunately over time become a part of our culture. And I'm going to leave it there for now. As always, go sound off in the comments. Don't only sound off. Please subscribe to my channel, share this link, share videos, even for those of you who are not going to comment, but comment. I really want to hear your thoughts on these things. I want to hear your thoughts on the silly season. And for those of you who are coming to comment on the silly season, comment. You can leave your political comments if you like. Do not attack anybody on my comment thread. When I say anybody who's commenting, do not attack any politician, any leader, whatever. You comment any disrespectful comments, and most of you know me by now. I will delete the comment and I will find a way and I will block you from my YouTube channel. So please be respectful. Sound off in the comments. Let me know what you think. And as always, I urge you to subscribe. This is Malika Ramsey signing out for now. You know me. I gotta rush. Got to go and try and make dinner now. So you do your thing. Talk to me, and I will respond to as many of you as possible. Mwah! Thanks, and I love you for always watching.